our healthcare system is suffering. In fact, it's broken, and we've heard it over and over again, but it's real. Becker's Hospital Review reported in January of 2017 21 hospital closures in the year 2016. 21 hospital closures. Countless hundreds of jobs lost. The economic reality of small communities impacted terribly in every case. 21 hospitals closing in the year 2016 is a warning sign that our hospitals are in jeopardy and they need support. The second problem that I see, and I think everyone can agree, is that physicians and providers in general are struggling as well. They're struggling from the standpoint of the world essentially changing around them. And in the last 5 to 8 years, we've seen a move toward employment and away from independent physician practices. That leaves physicians feeling undervalued, unappreciated, and alone. The third problem I want to just kind of introduce to you is the problem of the practical nature of the problems we face as healthcare leaders every day. And the practical nature of those problems is no one is giving me, as a hospital leader, for instance, no one is giving me a roadmap or an answer to the question of how. How am I going to meet these new targets that I have to meet so that I can be a sustainable operation or a sustainable organization? My name is Alan Kopic. I've been working and serving my community in southeastern Kentucky for almost 20 years as a hospital leader. And on June 30th, 2017, I decided to step away from an incredible organization, a wonderful team, a very successful operation, to try to tackle some of these difficult problems. So I've got a question for you. Have you experienced any of those problems? Can you relate to the fact that those problems are real? Adminologybay.com is the place where we're going to impact and begin to solve those problems. And if these are real for you, I invite you to go on the journey with us. We're going to do that first as consultants. So we're going to offer a range of consulting services, ranging from a 1-hour video call for a reasonable hourly rate, where we can connect with a leader or a physician or a provider that has a particular struggle and just wants to bounce it off of somebody unbiased, someone that can offer some support in the solution. Secondly, we offer a 1-day on-site sort of an operations checkup for a senior team. So just be sure you're on the right track and be sure that you've essentially considered all facets of developing a very firm operations foundation. Thirdly, consulting-wise, we could come on site for even a 3-day period to work with the mid-level management team in connecting the caregivers to the operations platform in a way that provides accountability. And folks, that is the holy grail for any high-performing healthcare organization. That is to develop and establish an accountability system across the board, from the patient bedside all the way through senior leadership. The final consulting solution that we offer is sort of like a part-time COO. And so about 6 days per month for a limited or an extended engagement, but a part-time COO to bring in an operation structure, to hardwire it into the organization. Folks, high-performing organizations accept and adopt change quickly. So another way, and perhaps even a more impactful way, that Adminologybay.com is going to bring real solutions to healthcare organizations and to providers is through our online membership communities. The first is ProviderBay.com. This is a place for licensed healthcare providers to have an online home. Our goal is to give physicians, providers in general, more of a voice and more power back in general through an online membership community approach. The second online membership community is Execubay.com. Execubay.com is very similar to ProviderBay, but the audience, the membership is senior leadership, senior leaders currently, or those who are preparing to be senior leaders of healthcare organizations, again, to find their online home. Third, PersonnelBay.com. PersonnelBay.com is that place, that online home for HR professionals in the healthcare arena and those who are very interested in making their organizational culture special. The type of culture that attracts new talent, that attracts the top tier talent into their organization. And there's work that's involved in making a special culture, a culture that's inviting, a culture that retains the high-performing talent, and a culture that attracts that new high-performing talent. That's a special focus. Wouldn't you like your organization to be the employer of choice in the healthcare community? So 3 online membership communities. How are they similar? In each case, we will bring strategic partnerships into the community. These are companies, organizations who have a need for physicians, for instance, or have a need for a senior leader or a new chief financial officer or a new chief operating officer. We bring those opportunities and organizations into the community, behind the wall, into the private area, and we invite those organizations to provide video content about why they're special, why they're unique, and why providers should consider, or executives should consider, those opportunities. So that's the focus of the 3 online membership communities. It's the innovative, I believe, approach that can literally begin to get at some of the solutions that we need in this broken and challenged healthcare system that we all depend on across the country. And that's the focus of Adminologybay.com.